Alright, let's start this over. Alright, number 13. The x-intercept is -1. The y-intercept is 3. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
On 14, the x-intercept is -5. The y-intercept is -1. Okay? 15. Marcus, where is the x-intercept? Kevin, x-intercept. -4. Okay? Where is the y-intercept?
2.
2. Okay? So that's simple. The y and the x. Okay? The intercept is where it crosses the x-axis or the y-axis. Right? So, we got a talker. So help me out, Skylar.
Yep, what do you need?
What is the x and y intercept for 16?
I have no idea. I'm here to learn, sir.
Well, then you have to stop talking.
Yes, sir.
6 and 5.
So this is where I teach cover-up method. It's really simple. All you have to do is cover it up. Okay? If I want to know the x-axis, I cover up the y. If I want to know the y-intercept, I cover up the x. It's that simple. All I'm doing is plugging in a 0. If I want to know the x, I plug in a 0 for y. I cover it up. 6 times what is 12? 6 times what is 12? 2. So the x-intercept is 2. Okay? If I want to know the y-intercept, I plug in a 0 for x. That means I cover this up. 3 times what is 12? 4. The y-intercept is 4. Richard. Right? So the next one, help me out. Number 17.
Teresa, shut up.
4y minus
-8.
8 equals 2x. Okay? Now this one's written a lot different. It's not in the standard form. Okay? So if I want to know the x-intercept, I cover up the y, right? So what times x is -8, Richard?
What?
What times x is -8?
4. -4.
Okay. And then what is 0? Or sorry, what is y? If I'm covering up this, what is y? 0. Okay? So let's try it again, Richard. If I want to know y, I cover up x. And the reason I cover up x is because I'm plugging in 0. Right? 0 for the x. So this is 0. Okay? So 4 times what minus 8 equals 0. So in other words, 4 times what is 8? 2. Okay? It's that simple. How many understood?
I did.
Okay? Because you have a test on this next week. So, you just had a test last week, or 2 weeks ago. You have another test next week. Then we go on break. Right? Yeah.
In
Where's
3
the
weeks.
going?
So,
We're going to Christmas.
2017.
18. -2y plus x equals 2y minus 8. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the y's over. Minus 2y minus 2y. What do I get? What do I get?
You're all in the 6.
Yes, I get something. X minus 4y equals negative 8. How did I get that? What's negative 2 minus 2? Minus 4. If I need $2 and I need $2 more, then I need $4, yeah? Okay? Now, they're trying to trick you here. They're trying to make it Richard. They're trying to make it to where this cancels out. It doesn't cancel out. Okay? So, again, what is the x-intercept?
Can you run that back?
Okay? So, I wanted to get the y's on one side. So, I subtracted 2y, right? I subtract 2y from both sides. Richard, one more time.
Putting my gum in my bag.
No, you're shaking it and putting it in.
Yeah, I'm putting it in my bag.
I'm subtracting 2y from both sides. Okay? Negative 2 minus 2 is negative 4. Right?
Yes.
Okay? So x's come before y, yeah?
Yes.
Okay? So when I bring it down, I bring the x over.
Because X keeps forcing me out.
Yes. Okay? This puts it in standard form. Okay? And it allows me to do the axis of symmetry, or I'm sorry, to do the intercepts a lot easier. So, Kevin, what is the x-intercept? What is the x-intercept? Right here, in green. Not sure. Marcus. Risa, what is the x-intercept?
18?
18.
My cousin.
4? Oh! 4?
No. Cat,
What?
what is the x-intercept?
Oh, I know it.
Why? I don't know.
I don't know.
Richard, what is the x-intercept?
I said that.
Chayton, what is the x-intercept?
Negative 8.
How'd you get it?
I don't know, I guess.
Okay.
Because you got
4?
Guys, this isn't hard. If you pay attention and shut your mouths. Yes, I'm telling them to shut their freaking mouth. Because I'm tired of it. I'm absolutely tired of it. I'm sitting here talking to you guys for the last 15 minutes about something that's so freaking easy. Yet none of you are getting it because none of you are paying attention. It has nothing to do with how smart you are. It has everything to do with will you shut your freaking hole and listen. Other people can't even hear. And they're trying to listen. And you're disrupting them. So I'm going to tell you one last freaking time to shut your mouth. Is that clear? Again, if I want to solve this, I cover up the x or the y. If I want to know what x is,
You cover up the Y.
I cover up the y. What does the x tell me? It equals negative 8. It's that simple. It is that simple. If I want to know the y, I cover up the x. Negative 4 times what is negative 8?
2. Negative
2.
2. 2.
Okay? This is not hard. What's hard is teaching you guys. It's extremely difficult. And I am so sick of all the teachers complaining about you. To be quite honest. I'm sick of it. Because I know you're good. And I know you're smart. But I also know you goof off way too freaking much. And I also know your math skills are incredibly terrible. Incredibly terrible. And I'm telling you that. From me to you. I've never seen such poor math skills from 9th graders in my entire life. Do you hear me? I'm trying to make you better. I cannot do that if you don't pay attention. Okay? So when I plug in a 0, what that does is it covers up the x. And I just have to ask myself, what times -4 is 8? Or -8. And that's 2. When I want to figure out the y-intercept, okay? So this is telling me what the y-intercept is. If I want to find the x-intercept, what do? Plug in a 0 for y, right? Okay? And that cancels out this. And so I figure out what is x to equal -8. And it has to be -8, right? And this is where we're going with it. From here, I'm going to be able to graph. I can graph 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? That's not that hard. And I can graph 2 on the y-axis. 1, 2. And all of you that are having so much trouble with your adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing, that goes away with this. Because this is something you can do basically without that. And that's your graph. Okay? We're just going to graph using the intercepts. Does that make sense? Right? All right, let's move on over.